How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Player's Choice sale that runs through October 22nd. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping from me, let's get into the video. For $4.99, What Remains of Edith Finch is a narrative-driven first-person adventure where you explore the mysterious Finch family home, uncovering the tragic and surreal stories of each family member through immersive, emotional storytelling. As Edith, you wander through the massive labyrinthine house and step into the memories of your ancestors, reliving their final moments through beautifully crafted vignettes that constantly shift tone, art style, and mechanics with every tale. Each story is distinct, some whimsical, others devastating, but together they form a haunting, deeply human portrait of a family cursed by fate and bound by curiosity, legacy, and loss. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 2 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition is an open-world action-adventure set between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, where you play as Talion, a ranger bound with the wraith of Celebrimbor, seeking vengeance against the forces of Sauron and his growing armies. You'll stalk and dismantle Mordor's legions using brutal swordplay, stealth assassinations, and wraith powers that let you dominate orcs and bend them to your will through the groundbreaking Nemesis system. This edition includes the Lord of the Hunt and the Bright Lord story expansions, adding new abilities, beast hunts, epic battles, and deeper lore that expands the mythos of Middle-earth. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Owlboy is a beautifully crafted, story-driven platforming adventure where you play as Otis, a mute owl struggling to prove himself in a vibrant world of floating islands threatened by ruthless sky pirates. You'll soar freely through breathtaking pixel art environments, carrying your friends as gunners who each bring unique weapons, personalities, and emotional backstories that evolve throughout your heartfelt, emotional journey. The adventure spans serene towns, ancient temples, and perilous ruins, blending heartfelt storytelling with smooth flight mechanics, clever puzzles, and massive, cinematic boss encounters that test both skill, patience, and strategy. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Valkyria Chronicles Remastered is a tactical RPG and third-person shooter hybrid set in an alternate version of 1930s Europe, where the small neutral nation of Gallia is thrown into a massive, devastating continental war. You'll command Lieutenant Welkin Gunther and the courageous Squad 7, leading strategic, turn-based battles that mix real-time movement and precision aiming in beautifully hand-drawn watercolor-style visuals running at 60 FPS. This remastered edition includes all previously released DLC, enhanced textures, and new trophies, bringing its heartfelt storytelling, memorable characters, and emotional, gripping wartime drama to life like never before. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Dishonored Definitive Edition is a first-person stealth action game where you play as Corvo Atano, an elite bodyguard framed for murder who uses supernatural powers and inventive gadgets to exact revenge. You'll sneak, assassinate, or confront your enemies directly, combining agility, stealth, and a wide arsenal of weapons and abilities to navigate Dunwall's dark, plague-ridden streets and sprawling interiors. This definitive edition includes all additional content such as the Knife of Dunwall, the Breakmore Witches, Voidwalker's Arsenal, and Dunwall City Trials, offering expanded missions, unique upgrades, and new challenges that deepen both combat and story. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $3.39, Overcooked is a frantic couch co-op cooking game where 1 to 4 players must prepare, cook, and serve dishes under absurdly chaotic and unpredictable conditions in the whimsical Onion Kingdom. You'll chop, fry, and plate meals while dodging moving platforms, fires, and conveyor belts, working together or against each other to complete increasingly complex orders before impatient customers storm out. Journey through wildly inventive, themed kitchens, overcome increasingly bizarre obstacles, and take on cooperative and competitive challenges that test communication, timing, strategy, and teamwork in this hilarious, fast-paced culinary adventure. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4.99, Axiom Verge is a Metroidvania-style action-adventure where you play as a scientist who awakens in a strange, alien world after a lab accident, unsure if it's a distant planet, the far future, or a complex virtual reality simulation. You'll explore a vast, labyrinthine environment filled with hidden passages, secret upgrades, and powerful abilities, uncovering the mysterious history of the world while battling biomechanoid enemies, remnants of an ancient war, and manifestations of your own psyche. Collect a wide array of weapons, items, and tools, each with unique behaviors, and even exploit glitches in the world itself to manipulate enemies and solve intricate environmental puzzles. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 18 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Ys Origin is a fast-paced, exhilarating action RPG where you play as one of 3 heroes, a mighty warrior, a cunning mage, or a versatile third character, seeking the missing goddesses within the demon-infested Devil's Tower. You'll battle hordes of enemies using a mix of swordsmanship, magic, and unique character abilities, exploring multiple floors filled with powerful relics, hidden secrets, challenging puzzles, and epic bosses that test your reflexes and strategy. The game features several distinct environments, 3 game modes including story, time attack, and arena, and a breathtaking soundtrack and art design that bring the legendary world of Ys to life. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum. For $4.49, the Talos Principle Deluxe Edition is a first-person philosophical puzzle game where you play as a sentient AI navigating a beautifully crafted, mysterious simulation filled with humanity's greatest ruins and enigmatic cathedrals. You'll solve increasingly complex puzzles that challenge logic, spatial reasoning, and precise timing, using a variety of tools while uncovering hidden terminals and optional challenges that gradually reveal the deeper, haunting narrative. The game weaves a thought-provoking story about consciousness, free will, and the search for meaning, blending intellectual challenge with a hauntingly atmospheric world that rewards curiosity, exploration, and reflection. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $3.74, Darkest Dungeon is a gothic, roguelike, turn-based RPG where you lead a team of flawed heroes through nightmarish dungeons, twisted forests, and ruined crypts, facing terrifying monsters and the crushing psychological stresses of adventuring. You'll manage not only combat but also your hero's stress, disease, and hunger, making every choice critical as you uncover dark secrets and battle eldritch horrors threatening your ancestral estate. With punishing turn-based mechanics, permadeath consequences, and procedurally generated challenges, the game delivers deeply strategic, tense gameplay that rewards careful planning, risk management, and resilience. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. Just be aware that you can get the Ancestral Edition with all DLC on sale for $12. For $4.99, Moving Out is a chaotic, physics-based moving simulator and couch co-op adventure where you play as a newly certified furniture arrangement and relocation technician tasked with relocating objects across the zany town of Packmore. You'll lift, toss, and occasionally smash furniture through increasingly absurd environments, from sleepy suburbs to haunted houses, while recruiting quirky, customizable characters and mastering the game's hilarious, physics-based challenges. Play solo or team up with friends in story mode or tackle special levels with assist mode for adjustable difficulty, all while racing against the clock and uncovering the wacky charm of each job. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Watch Dogs is an open-world action-adventure where you play as Aiden Pierce, a skilled hacker driven by a violent family tragedy and a relentless quest for justice and vengeance. You'll manipulate the city of Chicago's connected infrastructure, tapping into security cameras, controlling traffic lights, and accessing personal data to outsmart enemies, evade law enforcement, and strategically execute heists, stealth missions, and intense combat scenarios. Explore a living, reactive city filled with side missions, hidden secrets, and opportunities to upgrade your hacking abilities, all while navigating a morally complex story about power, surveillance, and personal redemption. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $3.89, Donut Country is a quirky, story-driven physics puzzle game where you play as BK, an ever-growing hole in the ground controlled by a mischievous raccoon, swallowing up objects, friends, and even entire homes in chaotic, hilarious ways. You'll explore each character's unique home, manipulate the hole to consume their belongings, and catapult items back out to solve puzzles, uncover hidden secrets, or just cause joyful destruction. The game blends charming storytelling, clever environmental puzzles, and playful physics in a lighthearted, imaginative world where trash truly becomes treasure, and unexpected consequences unfold in increasingly ridiculous, entertaining ways. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 3 hours to platinum. For $4.79, Star Wars Squadrons is a first-person space combat game where you pilot iconic starfighters from both the New Republic and Imperial fleets, engaging in thrilling, fast-paced multiplayer dogfights and cinematic single-player story-driven missions. You'll customize ship loadouts, divert power between weapons, shields, and engines, and fully immerse yourself in the cockpit as you master each starfighter's unique handling and devastating abilities. Experience a post-Return of the Jedi story from alternating faction perspectives, combining tactical squad-based combat, intense dogfights, and strategic fleet engagements across beautifully realized, sprawling star systems. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I've played What Remains of Edith Finch, Shadow of Mordor, Valkyria Chronicles, Overcooked, and Watch Dogs, so I can recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.